Are you surviving or thriving when it comes to your mental health? This Mental Health Week, I'm sharing with you the times when I've just survived and also the times where I'm now thriving. Those who know me, I suffer from a variety of mental health problems, such as depression, anxiety, psychosis, post-traumatic stress disorder, and I've also been diagnosed with OCD. And I've also had a history of an eating disorder and self-harm. So there's lots of things that I've survived to get where I am today, being a mum of two, a filmmaker and running my own business. So for me, with the anxiety, I guess I was just surviving it by getting through day to day, because a lot of anxiety, you're thinking worst case scenario and you're thinking and feeling like the worst thing has happened. And I think it's really hard to even just survive the day to day. But for me, I thrive when I use exercise and sports as a tool to help my mental health, and it really eases a lot of the anxiety. It helps me to be more mindful, and obviously physically it releases a lot of endorphins and it gives me a positive focus. When it comes to having episodes of psychosis, for me, surviving it, it was a very noisy, difficult time where I went completely off the wall, and started seeing things and thought things had happened that hadn't happened. So thankfully to my husband and family, I just about survived it. But I'd say now I'm thriving with it because I'm on really good medication that helps me to sleep, it helps balance me. And I know from this week, with running out of medication, how much I do need it, because I really believe there's a kind of chemical imbalance in my brain, and I think that the medicine I take really helps that, and it helps me to stay sane and be the best mum I can. And then in terms of eating disorders and self-harm, I still struggle with tendencies and like wanting to avoid certain foods, and also just feeling horrid about myself, which causes the self-harm. But I guess where I'm not thriving is with the depression. I still get lots of really low moods and self-doubt. I do take good medication as well to help, but that doesn't kind of completely stop it. So I guess that's where I'm going to try and start thriving more. And I think it's important that people like me and others share their mental health problems, because when you'd see me, you'd think I was functioning very well, and often I do. I'm still a really creative, and I love blogging and vlogging and filmmaking with my best friend, and I love being a mum. That's my best job ever. But you don't see the behind the scenes and the worries that I have, or the sleepless nights. So I think it's really good that we talk about it, and that people feel safe enough to be able to have an open and honest conversation. And I really do believe no matter what mental health problem you have, you will be able to not just survive but thrive with the right help and the right medication, and the right advice. So I'm really glad to be supporting this Mental Health Week. For more on me, I'm at Mama May blog, which is mamamay.co.uk, or on Twitter and Facebook at Mama May blog.